Hi guys, it's Danielle here, back with another video. And today we're going to be doing a Q&A slash like juicy questions type thing because I haven't done one in a while and people have been requesting a new Q&A. So yeah, also I dyed my hair the other day, so it's very much giving. If you hear Cora barking in the background, she's like in a really playful mood right now, so if you hear that, just that's what it is. I did a poll on Instagram, asked some questions, and we're gonna answer them because we love our every couple months Q&As type things. And yes, of course. Hi, would you like to say hi? Anyways, so yeah, let's get into it. Honestly, every time I do these like Q&As, there's always like a couple certain accounts, and there'll be like 30 questions from that one account, and it'll just be the most inappropriate questions ever, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of weird, so I just ignore them. But just like, anyone else ever just have like weird accounts that do that? Like all the same, like it's literally like 20 questions from one account, and I like can't even see the other ones just because there's so many questions from that person. That's what my dog does. Cora, do you want to go out? Do you want to go out here? Do you want to go out there? No? Guess not. Oh, you do? Okay. Sorry, guys. Mommy things. Okay, so let's just get right into it. So the first one is, would you ever get a BBL? If I'm being completely honest, I look at like a lot of girls on like TikTok and like Instagram and like Kylie Jenner. She's a perfect example. I'll look at them and sometimes I'll be like, to have a body like theirs, like, oh my god. Like it would just be so amazing to just wake up and look like that. But I think that, I mean, like, here's the thing, is who cares? Like, if you do want to spend money and, you know, get the surgery to look like that, I mean, that's great, you're gonna look good. But if you also don't want to, and, you know, you want to just embrace your natural self, that's fine too. And so sometimes, of course, it's very tempting because they are freaking gorgeous. But other times, it's like hard, because I always like to think that our lives are like something that are super meant to be. Everything happens for a reason in your life. Like, I feel like your life is planned out before you're even born, and you know, it's just how your life is supposed to go. And with that being said, I also feel that way towards your looks. I think that you can, you know, wear makeup or, you know, get surgery or get whatever to embrace your looks, but I still think that you were made, you know, you took time on, you were designed to be you. And I say embrace it, like, you know, but don't feel bad about doing anything to yourself. If you want to, that's perfectly fine. But don't feel insecure about your natural self, because trust me, everyone is, you know, gorgeous in their own way. Even if you might see like another girl and you're like, oh, she looks so different than me, like, why don't I look like that? That's because everyone's different, and that's just the world we live in, and that's okay. Everyone else is different in their own way, and you're beautiful in your own way, they're beautiful in their own way. And I always like tell people, like, there's always going to be someone that makes you feel like less pretty. There's always going to be someone that you look at and you're like, oh, I wish I was pretty like them. But you are pretty. It's just, you know, you have to remember that you never see yourself like through people's eyes. You always see yourself through your own eyes, and your own eyes are always going to put yourself down, or always going to see your flaws before they see, you know, your, like, I don't know how to explain it, but they're not going to see like, oh, your face looks so good today. They're going to be like, oh, look at that. You know what I mean? Like, you're just always going to see your flaws, and other people, when they look at you, they're not looking at that. They're just going to see you. So that's how I like to think about it. And so with that being said, I don't think I would ever get anything done to my body. I do have veneers, but I'm happy to embrace that. I don't care. So the next one, there's like 5 of these. Don't know why. Asking why I haven't moved in with my boyfriend because I'm old enough or legal or whatever. I don't necessarily think that you should move in with your boyfriend just because you're, at an age where you legally can. I think personally, I know so many people that, especially influencers too, like, influencers, they definitely make some money. And, I definitely do make money myself, and I'm so thankful for that. And I wouldn't be able to do that without any of you guys. So thank you. You guys have given me such an amazing opportunity to, expand my career path and become my dream, which is an entrepreneur. And, so I definitely make money, and I could definitely afford to live on my own. But I do not want to rush into any type of like living together situation. I think, you know what, actually, sorry, my phone unlocked, so I'm like putting back to the questions. But I think that you should honestly, at least in my eyes, I want to wait till I have a ring on my finger to move in with any guy, whether that's the guy I'm dating right now, which hopefully, but you never know. Life is full of surprises. And I just want to wait till I have a ring on my finger. I don't want to do that whole moving in with someone and then having to move out. I don't want to do that. And I feel like sometimes living with a person almost ruins things. So yeah, I'm definitely, that's just my looks on things. I would move out alone before I moved in with my boyfriend. But yeah, that's just my thing. And I personally, I don't like being alone. I like being in a house with people. I don't feel safe. Like, I don't even really feel safe, like, sleeping at hotel rooms. Like, when it's like, I can't say that because I've never stayed alone in a hotel. But, like, even, like, when I'm in my room sometimes alone, I'm, like, scared. So, I'm definitely the type of person, like, I like to live with people. So, that being my family, I would rather live with my family until I'm ready to move out. And I feel like don't rush moving out, like take as much time as you need. Like, yeah, if you want to start a family and you have kids and you have a husband or you're engaged or whatever, but also remember everyone's views are different. So my views can be that way, but your views can be different, and that's totally fine. But these are my views, and hopefully you guys respect it. People always have something to say about the things I say, but I don't care because it's my life. So I'm gonna do what I want to do. So is it okay to be hairy down there? This is turning into like an advice video. Who cares? I know it's your body. I mean, I think definitely keep a good hygiene down there. That's just something that I'm very passionate about. I think self-care, one of the most important things as like self-care wise for women is down there. And so I feel like keeping a good hygiene down there definitely makes you feel good about yourself, but don't be insecure about body hair. Like, let me tell you, I'm not shaving every single day down there, so it's like a freaking smooth baby's butt down there. No, like if it grows out, not grow out, but I shave like every, like, I don't know, like couple days or so. I don't shave every day to make sure that it's like super smooth. Like, so it's completely your preference. But I definitely do think hygiene down there is really good, and it will make you feel better about yourself. Trust me. And that's like the whole point of why I started Feel Divine, is because I can't preach to you guys enough how much my like confidence changed when I started really taking care of my feminine hygiene. So I just like to help other people out with that. There's just like some like gross questions in here. I'm like, why? Like, who are these people asking this? So I exited out. So we're gonna go back to it. Do you shave or wax? Why one over the other? So I shave. I've never been waxed before. I don't know if I want to be waxed. For one, I'm scared of the pain, and like every time I tell someone that, they're like, "Oh, when you have tattoos, he's probably way less than tattoos." I'm like very not okay with like spreading my legs open so someone can rip hot wax and my hair off down there. That's just not it for me. I mean, my legs, I've considered getting them waxed, but like, why go through that pain when you can just shave them? And shaving is really easy if you have the right products, aka Feel Divine. But you know, not trying to self promo here, just saying it's easy when you have good products. And you know, I'm sure Feel Divine isn't the only great product out there, but it definitely is a really good one. But what else was like? Oh, I posted this TikTok. This is like not really like, well, it kind of has something to do with it. I posted a TikTok and I was like, oh, like you would never see me in a bikini on my first date, and everyone was like, but you're in bikinis all the time. Okay, but that's, yeah, on social media I'm in bikinis all the time, but like I feel like it's so much more personal in person. Like, you know what I mean? I just wanted to say that. And now we're gonna first breakup and worst breakup. My first breakup. So my first breakup, I was pretty young. I think I was like in middle school or something. It was like right on, you know, like Musically days, and I was dating this guy named J Money Kicks. I'm sure you guys all know about him. And you know, it wasn't very hard. You know, we were so young. I don't think anyone can really be in love at that time. It's more just like a friend that you like hug and maybe like kiss on the cheek, and you're like, oh, that's my boyfriend, you know? So I feel like everyone's, you know, like first breakup isn't really too bad. It depends though. Some people wait till they're older to date, and you know, that can definitely be hard. But for me, my first breakup was really nothing special. Just, I don't even remember how it happened, to be honest. But my worst breakup, it was definitely one of my past relationships. It wasn't a very long relationship at all. It was pretty short, actually, like not even a couple months. But I think it was pretty heartbreaking. And I think that I carried a lot of guilt from that breakup as time went on, because I noticed a lot of things that I was wrong about in the relationship. And this was a while ago. Please don't bring names into this. I'm in a happy relationship now. I'm just doing this for the question's sake, and I know that other people go through this, so I want to be able to, you know, let people know that it's normal. But I think the worst part about it was not too long after that breakup, I had gotten into another relationship with even one of my like past relationships. So I got back with one of my exes, and I think that breakup, like heartbreak, not only from the breakup, from another situation, had lasted a really long time. And I think that over time I kind of regretted the way I was in that relationship. And that's probably the hardest breakup you can go through, is when you start regretting, like, oh, like I didn't treat that person the best I could, or I wasn't, you know, I didn't put my full attention to him as I could. So I think that was probably the worst for me, because I've never been like that before. I was never like regretting anything in the relationship. And I try my best not to regret things, because regret eats you up. And I try to just, life goes on, no need to have regrets. But yeah, I think it was just really hard, because I was blaming myself for a lot of, you know, the problems in the relationship. And you can't do that, because a relationship is two people, and you might be the problem in the relationship, but there's still two people. I hate when people are like, oh, well, that person was the problem. There's two people in a relationship. So even if one person is doing really messed up shit, there's still that person for either letting it happen or staying with, you know what I mean? Like, there's just always, it's two people. And if you guys don't work out, then you gotta call it quits. There's not much to do. But that was a worst heartbreak. I mean, there's still like, and I want people to realize that you can be in a healthy relationship and still have trauma about your past ones. And when you get there, I've seen a lot of people talking about this, but when you get into a healthy relationship, that like toxic love and hate relationship that you're used to, it completely is so hard to deal with, because you're constantly, like, if they do something sweet, you start overthinking it, because in your past relationship, they would do something sweet to cover up something they did. Or, you know, if they're like texting you a lot while they're out, usually it's because they're doing something. And it was really hard for me to get over that, because those were the things that I was used to. And people need to talk about that a lot more, because you can be in a healthy relationship, but you're still gonna have that trauma from your past relationships, especially if you've been through a lot of shit with your ex-partners, because trust me, I have, and it is hard to not compare things to that, because you're so used to that. And so, you know, when you're dating someone and, you know, you tell them like, hey, like, if I ever do this, it's because of my past traumas, and I feel like they'll understand, you know. I feel like everyone in their life goes through toxic relationships, some more than others, especially in the world we live in. It's like hot to be toxic. And I used to think that too. I used to be like, oh, like, toxic people are so hot. Like, no, they're not. There's nothing about toxic that's hot. One thing your mom doesn't know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't, like, no bullshit, I don't think there's anything my mom doesn't know. Like, my mom knows everything. Like, I tell her everything, and even if there's like times where like I keep something from her, she knows. Like, she just knows. She'll be like, oh, did this happen? I'm like, how'd you know? And she'll be like, I just have that feeling. So yeah, she knows. And I know people are probably gonna be in the comments like, that's bullshit. It's not. Literally, I think any time like something happens to me, I usually end up telling her. So, why do you think you should never judge a book by its cover? Well, you know, I think I learned that, like, I knew the phrase, like, you know, like, everyone grows up, like, being told, like, never judge a book by its cover, which is really true. Like, never judge someone, you know, by their looks or the way you act or whatever, because, you know, you don't know what they're going through at the time, and you don't know how they really are. People definitely put on an act, and I really started to notice, like, that phrase was, I know this sounds like weird, but when I got my like tattoos, and when I started getting a lot of tattoos, like, I have a lot of tattoos, and there's nothing wrong with that. I love tattoos. They are gorgeous. They literally are on your body. If you don't have tattoos, amazing. Pure body. Love it. Great for you. If you do have tattoos, beautiful. Great for you. Who cares? But a lot of people from, you know, like, that grew up in like the 70s or the 60s, like, you know, like some people, they don't really think of tattoos like people in our generation think of them. And so when I started getting them, I started realizing that a lot of, you know, not necessarily older people, but, because I don't want to say that, because I know that's like rude to say like older people, because I'm like, they're not old, they're just, you know, adults. I don't know, you know how people are. But some of like my elders that I would meet, they would be so rude to me, and they would give me just the dirtiest looks. I mean, even like right now, especially like with my red hair, like, I go out and like people just give me such dirty looks. And, you know, like, I'll even like be told it by some people. They'll be like, I expected you to be like this like really psycho, like, bad girl, and you're so different than that. And I'm like, why would you think that? And they're like, wow, like, you know, you have a lot of tattoos, you have piercings, like, your hair is dyed, like. And I would be like, really? Like, what the hell? And I like really started noticing it, that people really do judge people, and you shouldn't judge anyone. Like, I don't understand why having tattoos makes people think you're bad. But yeah, it definitely started happening to me a lot, and that's when I really noticed it. I was like, wow, like, don't judge someone by their appearance, because not only are you wrong, but you know how much it sucks to be that person. Like, to be told by someone that they thought that I was like a bad influence on their kids, or like they thought that I was like this psychopath, like really bad girl because of my appearance, it made me so sad, because I was just like, you were sitting there probably telling people that you thought this way of me and not even knowing anything about me. And it's the same way with social media, because people see me on social media, and they're like, oh, she's probably a bitch. Which, not gonna lie, I have a really bitchy attitude without even trying. I come off as a bitch. And I hate this because when I meet people, sometimes they think I'm a bitch because I literally, like, I have no emotion. When I'm just sitting there not talking to anyone, like, I have the most resting bitch face. And sometimes people will meet me and they're like, not gonna lie, like, you're really nice, but like, you look like a bitch. And I was like, I know. Like, I have such a bitch face, and I try not to, like, especially when I know there's, like, people that know me around, I'll, like, try and, like, smile and stuff, because I just know I look rude. But yeah, I also have really bad anxiety, so if you ever meet me and I'm not as talkative, that's why. I have anxiety attacks all the time, and I know I don't talk about them as much just because it, like, gives me anxiety talking about it. But yeah, I, like, struggle with anxiety really, really bad, especially social anxiety. That's why I honestly get anxiety just hanging out with my closest friends sometimes. Like, it's truly something that I wish was not a thing, but it is, and we have to live with it. And I know I'm not the only one. Everyone has anxiety. But yeah, sometimes, I mean, actually all the time when I'm out in public places, I have the worst anxiety. When I'm meeting people, I have the worst anxiety. It's so hard. So if you ever meet me and I look like kind of shaken up, or I look like I'm like looking around a lot, it's probably because I'm trying to help myself from not having an anxiety attack. I've gotten a lot better with it, you know, over the years. I've kind of learned how to control it, but it still doesn't make it any easier. But just thought I would share that. If you guys want me to do like a video about anxiety, I will gladly do that, because I struggle with it, and I would love to help people who also struggle with it. We're gonna do one more. I don't know what to answer. There's like so many, but they're like weird questions. Once again, from like all the same account, just asking such weird things. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this. Someone said 1 year of no, like, doing it, or 1 year of no kissing. So me, actually, I am a person who cares so much more about a genuine connection with someone than those type of things. You know what I'm talking about? Don't want to get my account taken away, so we're just gonna say those things. You guys know what I mean. I have always been that type of person who feels like those things are so much more important in a relationship than, you know, pleasures, whatever you want to call them. So I would definitely say 1 year of kissing. I love, like, cuddling. I love kissing. I love those things. I love the innocent parts of relationships. They are just so important to the relationship. That's what make a relationship. And this is the best advice that anyone can ever know. If your relationship is based off of, you know, those type of things, then it's probably not the right relationship for you. You need to find someone that loves you for you and not those things. And it took me a while to realize that, because it used to be something in my past relationships that I felt so normal about. I felt so normal, you know, being threatened to break up if I didn't want to do things like that. And that's not okay. And if you're going through that, I'm so sorry. And I just hope that you learn your worth and know that that's not okay. That is never okay. And I know sometimes in the moment it might feel like that person loves you and they're just doing it because they love you. No, they're not. They're doing it because they think that they can control you into doing whatever you want, and they're not with you for the right reasons. They're with you for those reasons. And I'm telling you right now, your true love and your soulmate will not do that to you. And it took me a while to learn that, but I know that now, and trust me, it's an amazing feeling. But yeah, I think that's really important in a relationship. You know, those are what make a relationship. It's not, you know, those times. And sure, enjoy that with your partner, but enjoy it when you guys both want it. It shouldn't be a one-sided thing. It should only ever be when you guys are both, you know, in the mood for it, or you guys are both, you know, doing something cute that you guys feel like it's the right time. Don't rush it, and don't do it for your partner. Do it for yourself. And, you know, when you guys both. So yeah, that's my thing. I know that just went into like a huge talk, but why not? But yeah, just answer some questions for you guys. Let me know in the comments. I'm always struggling with like video ideas, so if you guys have any ideas you guys want me to do, let me know, because I will gladly do them. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, tap the bell, and I will see you guys next time. And also make sure to follow my backup page. I post a lot of like hauls and like routines on there and like vlogs. It's called Danielle Cohn Vlogs. This is my main channel where I post like more talking videos, because this is kind of what I'm known for on here, but I do post a lot of vlogs and stuff on there and try on hauls and stuff like that. So definitely go to that page too, subscribe to both of them, because yeah, I post a lot. So thanks for watching, love you, bye.